I was sent this photo earlier today, an airplane view over Dubai, specifically looking at the Burj Khalifa building, the world's tallest building. Of course, you can see the horizon completely flat, no curvature whatsoever. I'm going to show a documentary on the Burj Khalifa building, again the world's tallest building, and I find something pretty interesting. This is just going to go to show that these people that put this video together, called Provident Real Estate Dubai, they put this animation together and they purposely put a curved ball earth in the background. They know exactly what they're doing, completely misleading people. Just like the video I made on the Twin Towers. They mislead people when they do documentaries talking about the curvature of the earth. These people, they're all in on it. They know the earth is flat. Take a look. Clearly see in this animation again how they try to depict a ball earth.
Steel cages up and slot them into special molds called jump forms.
Take a look. See the curvature of this animation.
And 12 hours later, when the concrete hardens,
now comparing that animation with that phony curvature to a real life photo. That's the cartoon world. The subconscious mind absorbs it and they see that curvature that is not real. Again, this real photo, flat as a pancake. You can clearly see that ruler. How clear can it be? You know anything about the supposed curvature that we're told doesn't add up? Taking a look here at this chart, I pointed this out many times. At 100 miles, the curvature is over 6,600 feet. What do you see here? Nothing. Flat as a pancake, like I said. No curvature. This is the flat earth. Now I'll play my previous video showing the top view from the Twin Tower as well. Totally exposes the lies of the ball earth. Before looking at the footage on top of the World Trade Center tower, I want to go over what science says is the supposed curvature of the earth, with the earth's circumference supposedly being 25,000 miles around. And that leads you to this chart with the first mile. Within the first mile, there's supposedly 8 inches of curvature. Then it goes by square, with the second mile being 32 inches, and so forth, with 72 in the third. And basically, over each mile, the curvature gets very dramatic very fast. Within 10 miles, that's 800 inches, which calculates to be a little bit over 66 feet. And at 60 miles, that brings you to 2,400 feet. And that's over a quarter mile of curvature. Now let's take a look at the footage. Now with this footage from New York, with the World Trade Center tower, they show engineers working on the spire. Now let's take a look at the footage. You can clearly see how there's no curvature to the earth. Right there. This point, all the way across, is a straight line. Again, going back to that chart, there should be a dramatic curve to the earth. And sometimes we watch videos, not sometimes, a lot of times, and you'll see curvature. But those are with fish eye lens cameras. And that's how you get it. I'm going to show a little bit of that towards the end of this video. You can see where they use standard cameras and the fish eye lens, which distorts the perspective and makes people believe, to go along with what science says, that we lived on a spinning ball floating in space. Again, you know, when they do these documentaries, unknowingly they're exposing themselves in other ways that are paying attention to detail. A little bit more look here. Again, right there. Perfectly flat. See these buildings? I'm going to show it in a little bit using when they use a GoPro camera with the fisheye lens. And you're going to see a distortion. All these buildings pointing straight up like they should. It's all going to make sense in a little bit. Now taking a look at this footage with the engineer using a completely different camera. This one a fisheye lens camera. And you can see a dramatic curve to the earth. Not the same camera as used earlier. You see that distortion? You see that drastic curve to the earth? These buildings leaning to one side? It's all distorted because of the lens of the camera, giving the false perspective. Now with this footage, you're going to completely see how the fisheye lens camera completely distorts the horizon to make it look like it's a ball. There you go. Going from flat to curved. And this is the entire purpose behind these fisheye lens cameras. For the simple fact they need to cover themselves for situations like this. Completely curved. Buildings curved. Everything's curved. Complete distortion. Now take a look at this footage from on top of the South Tower a year before the towers came down. It's a nice pan on top of the tower showing how the horizon is completely flat. Clear as day. Flat earth. How people can't see this is beyond me. Like I've stated many times, the occult's always hidden in plain sight. That's the way the so-called elite like to do it. A lot of people focus on these twin towers. They're awed by it. Nothing but two giant pillars or two giant 11s. People never bother to take a look at what's right in front of them. With these three particular buildings here, this one you can see the full pyramid. This one is an uncapped pyramid. But what do you have here? You have the dome on top of the building. And this represents the firmament, or the flat earth. Just like the dome of the rock in Jerusalem. This entire construction is based around the firmament over the flat earth. Just like I pointed out many times with the flat earth concept, the solid firmament above the flat earth. And also, like I stated many times, the occult hidden in plain sight with these record albums. Michael Jackson's Blood on the Dance Floor. And what do you see? The Masonic checkerboard floor. You see the dome again. The clouds shaped like buildings, just like the dome of the rock in Jerusalem. This entire construction is based around the firmament over the flat earth. Just like I pointed out many times with the flat earth concept, the solid firmament above the flat earth. Just a little close-up of the dome and the pyramid right in front of the towers. Taking a look at Michael Jackson's arms and their positioning. Everything they do, there's a reason. And of course, this is not actually Michael Jackson. This is a painting of Michael Jackson pointing his arms in this direction. And there's a reason, like I stated, for everything And you can clearly see here this arm's pointing at 9/11. Always the occult hidden in plain sight.